All right, let's look at your notes on mean, median, mode, and range. So we're going to start with mean, and when we hear the word mean, we need to think average. Average. Finding the average or mean. So to find the mean, step 1 would be to add all values, and step 2 would be divide the sum by the total number of values. Okay, next word is median. And when we hear the word median, we need to think middle. Middle. So to find the median, we need to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Mark off the high and low values until you reach the middle. If there are two medians, you're going to add them together and divide by 2. You're dividing by 2 because there are two medians. So you're basically finding the average there. So add the 2 together and divide by 2. Mode, you need to think most often. Most often. To find the mode, you're going to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Find the number that appears the most. There may be more than one mode, or there may be no mode. No mode or none. Range, you need to think difference. So to find the range, you're going to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. And then you are going to subtract the lowest number from the highest number. Okay, so now this was a lot of words at once, but we're going to go ahead and start using them, and we can refer back to this. So on the inside, it says that Johnny plays for the RMS football team. The following chart shows how many yards Johnny gained in the first 5 games. So game 1, 10 yards, 5 yards. Game 3 was 8 yards, then 11 yards, and 8 yards. So the first thing that I like to do, which doesn't matter for mean, but it will matter for everything else. So you might as well go ahead and put them in order from least to greatest from the beginning. So 5 would be the smallest number on our list. And then we have 8, and we have another 8 here. So 8 and 8. And then we have 10 here. And then we have 11 here. And that's all of them. So again, this order doesn't matter for mean, but it's going to matter for everything else. So it's just, you just might as well go ahead and put them in order from the beginning. All right, so remember to find the average or the mean. We're going to add the values and divide the sum by the total number of values. All right, so we're going to say 5 plus 8 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11. And that's going to give us 42. And then remember, we divide the sum by the number of values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the number of values. So we're going to take 42, divide by 5, and that's going to give us 8 4/10. 8 4/10 is the mean. Now the median, remember, according to our definition, is the number in the middle. So we're going to mark off the high and low values until we reach the middle. So low and high, and then whatever is left in the middle is going to be your median. So the median here would be 8. The mode is the number that occurs most often. So we're looking for that number that appears the most in the list. And when we look through, we have 8 is on here twice and nothing else is on here twice. So that's going to make 8 the mode. Range is, remember, think difference. So you're going to subtract the lowest number from the highest number with your numbers in order. So our highest number was 11, and then we're going to subtract the lowest number, which is 5, which would equal 6. So our range would be 6. Okay. You're welcome to stop the video at any point and try some of these on your own and come back and check them with the video. All right, Mrs. Swift decided to give a 10-point quiz to 6 of her students. The students received the following scores: 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, 10 points, 3 points, and 8 points. So starting with number order, 3 would be first, and then we have 5 here, and we have 5 here, and we have another 5 here, and then we have 8, and we have 10. Okay, so to find the mean or the average, we're going to add them up. So 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 is 36. And 36 divided, how many values are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 36 divided by 6, of course, is 6. So we know the mean is 6. Median, remember, is your middle number. So you are going to mark off high and low. So left and right, left and right. And then notice that we actually have 2 numbers in the middle. So we saw where it talked about when we have 2 numbers in the middle that we add them and divide by 2. So we can look at this and let's see what happens here, and then I'll talk to you about what we're looking at. So if we do add 5 and 5 together, we know that's 10, and then we divide by 2 because there's 2 numbers in the middle, and of course that's going to give us 5. So when we see already that they're both 5s, then the median automatically is going to be 5. All right, we know that mode is our number that occurs most often, and in our set, 3 is on here, or 5 is on here 3 different times. So 5 would be our mode. Range, remember, is our largest number in the list minus our smallest number in the list. So that would be a range of 7. Okay. All right, number 3. The Denver Nuggets recently drafted Duncan Thibault. Although he thinks he is the world's best basketball player, he has not played many minutes in the first 8 games of the season. Below, you will find data showing how many minutes Duncan has played in the first 8 games. So we have 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8, 11, and 2. So 2 would be the smallest number in our list, and then 7 would be next, and then we have 8, and we have another 8, and we have another 8, and we have 9. Next would be 10, and then 11 would be our last one. All right, so to find the mean, we're going to add these up. So 2 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Oops, let me back that up there. Plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 is going to equal 170. Let's see. So we have, I think that calculated that wrong. Let's try that again. Okay, one more time. 2 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11. Okay, there we go. That's better. I put it in wrong. I missed a number or something. So 63 divided by 8 numbers in the list. So we're going to divide by 8, and that is going to give us 7 and 875 thousandths. And so since it didn't specify, then I would just go to the tenths place. We can use the 7 to determine that that would round us up to a 9 here. So we would say 7.9 on the mean. The median is going to be the number in the middle. So we're going to mark off our high and low values back and forth until we establish what numbers are in the middle. So we have 2 numbers in the middle, so that is going to be your median. Now remember that you could add them up. 8 plus 8 is 16, and then divide by 2. 16 divided by 2, and you would get 8. Our mode is the number that occurs most often. 8 is in the list 3 times, and so it's the number that occurs the most. That would be your mode. Okay, range is going to be our largest number of 11 minus our smallest number 2, which is going to equal 9. So we have a range of 9. Okay, let's move over to the next one. Okay, Samantha Daly recently got a job at SpongeBob's Car Wash Palace. Since she doesn't like to work very much, the boss decided to let her choose how many hours she would work each day. Below you will see how many hours she worked each day for 1 week, round to the nearest tenth. So this one tells us to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we have all of our hours here, and we're going to put them in order from least to greatest. So we would have 0 hours first, of course, and then we have 1 hour here. And then we have 2 hours, and we have another 2, and then we have 3, and 3, and 8. So that would be all of them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add that up. So since it's 0, we wouldn't need to put it in the calculator, but you do want to make sure when you count up how many values you have that you do include it. Okay, so we have 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 8, and that's going to give us 19. We're going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. And so when we divide by 7, it stated that we were going to round to the nearest tenth, so that's going to be, of course, 1 place after the decimal. So we can look at the 1 and see that that's below 5. So this is going to be 2 and 7/10. 2 and 7/10. Okay, so our mean is going to be 2 and 7/10. Median, remember to mark off your high and low numbers until we get to the middle, and we happen to have 1 number in the middle here. So 2 would be your median. Mode is the number that occurs the most often. So we can see that we have 2 2s and we have 2 3s, and nothing is on here more than that. So that would mean both of those would be the mode. So 2 and 3. And then range is going to be our largest number minus our smallest number, which was 0. And so that would be a range of 8. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here, and you'll need to go to the next video for 5 and 6.